Hello, good morning, and assalamu alaikum to all of my grade 3 students. I'm your teacher, Sana Kausar, over here with the new lecture for all of you. So, as you all can see on the screen, we have chapter number 10, which is time. We are going to start it today. It's a very important chapter, and I hope so that you guys will learn it very easily, but it needs a proper practice. So, let's move on that what I have for all of you. Yes, task of the day. Task of the day is very easy. I just keep a very simple pages for all of you and easy work. That is a book 3 page number 214 and 215 and the workbook page number 63. Only one page we will do today. So the time is all about tick tock. So I hope so that my students are ready for this tick-tock time. Okay, definition of the timing is time is the ongoing sequence of the event taking place. Time is something that is taking place in every seconds of our life, the past, the present, and the future. The basic unit of time is a second, and there are also minutes, hours represent the time. Yes, time is represented by hours, minutes, and second. In the grade 3 level, you will study only about the minutes and the hours. Yes, this is something that is very, you can say that familiar for all of us. The small hand always represent hours and the long hand represent minutes. So this is something that you already know. So the main point of the day that you need to understand the numbers which are mentioned outside of the clock. These are the numbers that might we have never seen along with any clock. This is something that should be run in your mind. How it gonna be run in your mind? First of all, remember one thing, the hour, the minutes numbers is can be calculated, easily calculated by using a 5 times table. For example, if the minute hand is on 1, so you will quickly read the table, 5 ones are 5. So what will be the time in the in this clock? It will be 8 5. This is the technique. The outside numbers are only for minutes. This is something that you need to remember and learn, that the outside numbers we are using it specially for the minutes, not for the hours. So if I move this hour hand over here on the 2, so you will read the 5 time table. So what will be the 5 twos are 10. So the time will be 8, 8 o'clock, 8, 10. Same here we will do. If I move this clock, if I move this hand of minutes on the 7th place, so you will read the 5 times table till 7 in your mind, that 5 sevens are 35. So you quickly get the answer. So this is a very easy thing you need to remember, that for the minutes, the highlighted bars, which is represented by using a red, it can be easily calculated by reading a 5 times table. 5 tens are 50, 5 elevens are 55. But when it reach on 12, you will not say 60. You will say 00 because it represents o'clock. Like it's sharp 800. So 00 is represented by 12. It is not calculated by counting like 12, 5 12s are 60. No, the 60 minutes will never be calculated. 60 minutes are also always mentioned by using hours. So now my students, I hope so that all of my students know the 5 times table. 5 fives are 25, 5 6 are 30, 5 sevens are 35, 5 eights are 40. You know the 5 times table, so this work is gonna be very easy. Yes, let's revise AM and PM concept. My kids, this is something that you all have already studied in grade 2 level, but I am just revising this concept for all of you. At midnight, when the clock hit a 12 o'clock number, and till noon time, when you are mostly in the school, so that time is calculated by writing AM. And the clock, when it starts moving from day noon till midnight 12, it can be mentioned by using PM. It is easily can be explained that when you come to school, we mention the time 8 a.m. You come to school mostly 8 a.m. And when you go back to your home, the time is 2 o'clock, so you mention 2 p.m. So this is a difference between AM and PM, and you need to just remember that from midnight till noon, that we always mention it by AM, and from noon till midnight we represent it by using Midnight. Okay, so now again we are revising the concept of AM and PM. This is a picture that I take from your book. Bala takes a walk in the park at 9 a.m. in the morning. We use the same AM to tell the time just after 12 midnight to use before 12 noon. This is the same line that I explained previously, but in a easy mode. They are telling you that when he's walking at 9 o'clock in the morning, so it can be right by am, and the time they are telling you from midnight till noon, the clock complete one round, it can be right am, and when it completes its second round, it is calculated by using pm. Okay, Bala goes to the bed at 9 p.m. at night. Exactly, it's 9 o'clock at night time, so you will mention it 9 p.m. We use pm to tell the time just after 12 noon to before the midnight. Yes, this is something that you have studied in detail in grade 2 level. Let's move on to the part that is in focus. Yes, it needs really your focus. Look at this clock carefully. And they're asking you what is the time shown on the clock. This is now our actual task that we are going to achieve in a grade 3 level, that how you are going to calculate the time exactly and accurately. See, the minute hand has not touched this dark bar. This is a bar which is represented by using a 5 times table. Like, can you see the dark bars over here with every number? That bars will give you a quick answers by reading a 5 times table. But over here in this question, as you can see on the screen, see, the minute hand has not touched this dark bar. It is even before it. So how we are going to calculate it? Yes, I have a very nice picture for all of you that will make your work easy. Yes, the first of all, I hope so that my students know that the dark bar represent 5 times table. But what about the bars which are in the middle of the two numbers? Like, see, in the middle bars. Now what you will understand that each bar, small bar, represent one minute. So how you gonna calculate it? You will start calculating after 12. You will put your sharp nib of pencil on the each bar and count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, the 5 bar is bit, you can say that prominent than the others in all the rest of the watches. Then they mention it even 5 in a bold style, like it's 5 minutes. Then 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. See, the 10 is prominent. 5 twos are 10. Same, 3, 15. 5 threes are 15. So it represents a 15 minutes. So how you going to do it? Let me just draw you can say that draw a hands for all of you. And now my students will. For example, the minute hand is this, and the our hand is the small one that I'm representing over here. So what you will do, my students, what you will do, you are going to calculate the time very, you can say that accurately and cautiously. See, the minute hand has crossed the 10, but it has not reached the 15, so you can't read the table directly. You will put your finger on the previous number and you will read it that 5 twos are 10, and now calculate the bars after 10. 11, 12, 13. So what time is in the clock? The time in the given clock is 1:13. This is something that you need to understand. Let's do it by using another example. For example, if my minute hand is over here, it's pointing toward this side. Don't get confused. It's toward 27. So what you will do, my students, you will first put your pencil on the 5 and you will read the 5 times table. 5 fives are 25. So calculate the bars after 25. 26, 27. So the time in the given clock is 1:27. This is a very important thing, because if my students start reading and calculating the time from number 1, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if you calculate the time like this, then it is not, you can say that, easy. It's difficult and it's not the accurate way. You are simply calculate the number which is before it, that is 5. 5 5s are 25, and just simply calculate the next part. Same, let's do another example. If I put my slide over here, so what you will do, my students, you will simply put your finger on 8, the number which has crossed, and you will mention it that 5 8s are 40, and calculate after 40. Count after 40. 41, 42, 43. See, it's so simple. The time is 1:43. Okay, let's move on to our next slide. Now, my students, we are on a book 3, page number 215. Yes, it's written over here, so you can see it. Same concept that I explained over here through a easy picture. Now they are explaining it in a small portion. What is the time in the given clock? See, it has not touched the bar which is over here, the darker one. So at this point, what you will do, my kids, you will look at this zoom picture and calculate the time. After 12 bar, you will calculate, always calculate from 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many minutes are passed? The time is 12 4. See, it's written over here. 12 4 is the time, because you will look at the 12 hands, it is 12, and you will calculate the minutes very, 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 you can say that accurately. Let's move on to the second example. Look at this, the hour hand is still on 12 and you are going to calculate the time. So what you will do easily, you will, my students, calculate the time, read the 5 times table. 5 ones are 5, and then 6, 7, 8. So what is the time in the given clock? The time in the given clock is 12:08, or you can even simply mention 8. So that is also very easy. You will simply mention 8 and you will get the answer. I hope so my students start getting the answer. Let's move on to the next example. This is on the same page of page number 215. This is a question number 3. Now my students, what you will do, you will look at the watch carefully and first find out the hour time. It has just crossed the 11, so you will mention 11 directly. And then what you will do, see, it has not reached the point 4, so you will put your pencil over here and read the 5 times table. 5 threes are 15, so after 15 calculate, start calculating. 16, 17, 18, 19. Yes, the time is 11:19. That's wonderful. Now let's move on for the next example. See, first of all, find out the hour hand. It has just crossed the 4, so you will mention 4. Put the 2 dots, they are very important. They mention the time. They show the difference between 4 and this hours and the minutes. Now, my students, see, it has not reached the darker point of the 8. So what you will do, you will read the table till 7. 5 sevens are 35 and calculate after it. 36, 37, 38, 39. See, 39. So we simply got the answer. Let's move on. Now my kids, we are on the workbook, page number is 63, which is written on the top. Page number 63, that's our work, and the part C and D that you will solve, try to solve by yourself. Anyhow, I will show the answers. Look at this. First of all, our hand 10. So mention the 10 over here. And now my boys and girls, what you will do, you know that after 12 we start our calculation. 1, 2. So it has just crossed the 2 minutes. So you will write down 10:02 or 10:02. Both will be correct. In this picture, sometimes what the students do, they just, without even noticing that the our hand has not crossed the darker point, it has not crossed the darker point, what the students do, they mention quickly 3 in the hour time, which is wrong. The hour hand has not reached the 3 yet, so you will mention T over here, and for the minutes you will simply calculate the time. 5 11s are 55 and 56, 57, 58. What will be the answer over here? 58. So the time is 2:58 in this given clock. This is something that's very important, that don't write 03 over here. One time, sometimes students mention it just randomly that it's 3:58, which will be totally wrong. Part C and D is your self attempt that I prefer that you all try to do it by yourself. See the look at the hour hand. It look like that it's going to reach, but if you just figure it out or mention it, no. The hour hand is also not even touched across the darker point of this clock. So you will not mention 10, you will mention 9. And yes, look at this. Just simply read the 5 times table. 5 nines are 45 and the second hand is 46. Okay, second part is something that you all can easily do it because it's the easiest one. So my students, you are going to solve it by yourself. But the students who have attempted this class in the Google Classroom, so I am mentioning the answer over here, might be they will get confused. The time in this is 6:17. Okay, okay, that's all for today, my students. Bye bye. Do practice of telling the time with the real clock. Take